Yo, it's your boy, Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had a Job Class Quirk. This is part 2. In the last part, Izuku is training hard and working hard to max out max out his classes and working to go to UA and preparing for the entrance exam. And where Izuku is now waiting at UA. So, with that said, let's get into this. As Izuku is standing in front of the school of his dreams, basically gawking over how amazing the school is. Soon he hears a couple of voices behind him, as it's actually a couple of girls from his junior high school, as they kind of came to cheer him on for the entrance exam, being his fan club. As Izuku feels a little bit embarrassed but basically closes his eyes and smiles while waving at the girls, with the girls basically screaming that Izuku basically noticed them. And Izuku saying, "This is insane. Why the hell would they be here? Hell, don't they have entrance exams to work for too?" Is Izuku still thinking this with a smile on his face, but also having somewhat of a nervous look, as he hears an aggressive voice coming from the entrance saying, "You got yourself to blame for this, Deku." As Izuku opened his eyes, and in front of him being, Bakugo, saying, "Hey, Kachan, I expected you to be here earlier than this." Saying, "What the hell is that supposed to mean, Deku?" Saying, "No disrespect behind it, Kachan." Is saying, "Whatever. Just remember what I told you in the beginning of junior year. I said I'm going to rank number 1. So just you wait. I'm going to pass this exam, take first place both in the written and practical, get into UA, graduate, and become the number 1 hero, better than even All Might." As Izuku grabbed Bakugo's shoulder, saying, "You take it back, Kachan. You will never be better than All Might. No one will ever be better than All Might. You got it?" As Izuku having that of a menacing aura around him, with that of a dead serious look on his face, with Bakugo saying, "Ugh, you get off, whatever." Is Izuku saying, "No one's stronger than All Might. Not even me. Even if I worked my ass off, there's no way in hell I could even reach All Might's level. All I want to do is just live up to the idea that All Might is. Nothing more and nothing less." As Izuku says this and walks in, soon he began tripping as a couple of the girls saw this, as they all screamed Izuku's name. However, Izuku caught himself with just one hand and basically flipped and stand back up, as Izuku saying, "Well, that was close. Good thing I was able to catch myself." As Izuku saying this, and soon head into the building, as the girl who was about to catch him, with brunette hair and rosy cheeks, basically says, "I guess he didn't really need my help after all." With her smiling, saying, "That's good." As she walked in the building too, as Izuku was told to head into an auditorium where he sees all the other participants for UA's Hero Course exam. As Izuku saying, "Wow, there are more people here than I expected." As he soon sit right next to Bakugo, saying, "Seriously? You're gonna sit next to me? Ain't there anywhere else that you would rather sit?" As he's saying, "Oh, why would I? After all, you're close. You're the only person I know here." As Buck is saying, "Whatever." Soon, the lights began cutting off as a spotlight soon came to the center, as they see a man with glasses and weird spiky hair, saying, "Hello, all you participants. How are you? Are you ready for the UA entrance exam? Come on, let me hear it. As there's nothing but silence all across the auditorium besides Izuku, who's basically fanboying that he sees President Mike. As he says, President Mike is a teacher here at UA? Oh man, that's so awesome! As he has stars in his eyes with a giddy voice, with Soon saying, okay, keeping it mellow, I can dig it. Well then, everyone, allow me to explain what you'll be doing here for the entrance exam for the hero course. First, you'll be taking a written exam. It may take you at least a couple hours or so, but seeing that all you are working hard to get into this school, shouldn't take some of you too long. As he's saying, next up, after that, you're going to be needing to change where you'll be taking a bus to an artificial city area where the practical portion of the exam will be taking. There will be multiple villains there, as everyone hears this and have a gulp in their throats, as saying, well, not actual villains, more like they're actually robot villains. These villains will be ranged from points, from 1 point, 2 points to 3 points. Depending on how many points you get, will only be at least 40 spots within the hero course. 20 students in both Class 1A and Class 1B. So, depending on how many points you have, is what you'll be getting into. Not only that, you'll also be splitting up into different zones within this practice area. As he's saying, oh, I get it now. So, we're in different zones, actually. So we don't have to work with people that we already know with from our other schools. I get it. That's pretty smart. As Bakio's saying, don't be looking at my car, damn it. Saying, oh, I know you were going to do the same thing. I just beat you to the punch, that's all. And saying, why you? As soon a hand comes up, saying, I have a question, sir. As President Mike says, caller, I hear you. What you gotta say? As he tells him, it's true. I see on the forums that there's only 3 robots. However, on the monitor behind you, it says that there's 4 robots. If this is an error for such a prestigious school such as this to have, it's unacceptable. And you two back there, as he points at both Izuku and Bakugo, saying, the two of you have been talking this entire time. If you both are not going to take this seriously, then leave at once. As Bakugo saying, why you? With Izuku putting his hand in front of Bakugo, saying, I am so sorry about that. We were just talking about the exam. Just because we're talking doesn't mean that we're not taking this seriously after all. My apologies, if it seemed like it. As Izuku bows and sits back down, is Ida saying, well, at least you understand. As President Mike says, okay, settle down, everyone. But about the 4th robot up here, it's basically worth no points. Think of it more as an obstacle than anything. So you won't gain much from it. Just telling you now. Satisfied with the answer, the blue-haired boys soon sit back down and said thank you. With President Mike saying, okay, you guys got at least a couple minutes before the written exam, so get prepared. And then once you pass that, go and change and get ready for the practical one. Izuku soon got out of the auditorium as he noticed somebody in the auditorium that looked familiar. As it's Jiro, as Izuku noticed and basically waved at her, with her blushing and waving back. As soon Izuku says, well, she did say she wanted to apply for UA after all. As Izuku is going through the written exam, it only takes him at least, 50 minutes for him to pass it, which is not too long given his skills. As Izuku soon changes to his practice uniform, he soon runs into somebody with spiky red hair, is saying, "Oh, sorry about that." As the guy with the red hair says, Nah, that's my fault. Should have seen where I was going. I was trying to hurry up and change to my practice uniform." Saying, "Well, you still got a little time. Still a couple people in there, though." Saying, "Okay, thanks." And saying, "Oh, right. Good luck out there." Saying, "You too, man. Good luck." As he's thinking, he looked like he was going to be somebody quite serious. I should, if him and I are going to be in the same area, I better watch out. As Izuku thinks this to himself, he soon rides a bus and looks around him and realized, there's not really a lot of people that I recognized, but I see that the guy with the glasses is in here, and a couple people who may actually be pretty cool and may actually be awesome heroes too. But a couple of them don't really look much, or they're trying to act cool but don't really have much of a quirk or an ability. Well, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm still psyched to show what I can do. As Izuku has a big dopey grin on his face and clenches his fist with determination, pushing him forward. As Izuku gets off the bus, he soon sees a giant-ass gate in front of him, saying, "Wow, this is something. I didn't expect this." As Izuku is shocked and surprised, as he begins thinking, did they make the gate this huge for students who might be bigger and taller? Well, kind of makes sense, but damn. As soon he looks around, as he sees a couple people feeling nervous, some people getting ready, and some trying to cool their nerves. As Izuku thinks, this is the only chance that they're going to get into UA. Remember, the school has at least a 5% pass rating after all, so I gotta make sure to give it my all as well. As soon he is ready. As Izuku looks around, he realized, wait, doesn't look like anybody's out here. Or there's no, signal light saying to get ready to go. So I'm guessing once those gates open, we better get going. It's more of a race to see who can get the most points in a matter of minutes. This is going to be good. As Izuku smiles, as soon as the gates began opening, a couple people in front began hesitating, waiting to see if they can go. As Izuku saying, stupid decision there. As he soon switches to one of his classes, and then makes it through the gate like it was nothing. As everyone thinks, wait, is he allowed to go? As President Mike saying, what the heck are you all doing? The guy out there just left. Once those gates open, you gotta go. After this, everyone begins running through the gates as fast as they can, as Izuku is pretty much ahead as he realized that somebody's catching up with Izuku in his new class, being the Shinobi class. The Shinobi class is a class that prioritizes speed and attack over defense, or basically trying to keep, or HP as well. However, it does have a passive skill, which has two passive skills actually, which allows a secondary weapon being swords, and the second one, which allows has a stealth function actually, where Izuku is able to turn invisible for at least a good 5 minutes actually, as long as he isn't attacked. After all, that's it. It's easy, but in this form, Izuku is almost as fast as Ida in a way. As for the Ranger form, if he did chose that, it prioritizes both speed and defense, and it also, not only that, it also has a passive skill that allows a secondary weapon, being a bow, where he can use bow weapons from his archer class, and besides just daggers too. Not only that, it also allows him to use healing arts as well, like basic first aid, curing, and also status buffs too, increasing not just him but also people that are close to Izuku and that he sees as his allies. However, Izuku only focused on the, shinobi class. So yeah. As Izuku was getting closer and closer to a couple of robots, he soon sees one pointer, two pointers, and one 3-pointer. As he also realized that Ida was catching up to him and says, well then, this is going to be a lot more fun. As he says, skill, shuriken throw, as he soon throws invisible shurikens at the 1-pointer, one of the 2-pointers, and also the 3-pointer as well, gaining points from it. As Ida soon thinks, wait, how did they? As Izuku jumps onto the remaining 2-pointer and pulls out his dagger and stabs it on the top of the head. And soon, Izuku gains a little bit of damage because he was still pretty close to the explosion. Is saying, damn it. Looks like my stealth cloak is out of whack. As soon a couple other robots soon noticed him, as he thinks, well then, better switch out. As he soon switches to his main class, as he screams out, War Monk! And soon his appearance begins to change, as soon he switches to his War Monk outfit, and rushes right at the other robots. And soon he gets close to a 3-pointer right in front of it, and soon slams his fist into its face, and not even using a skill. He soon backs up, and by flipping backwards, and soon it begins to explode, as saying, I don't even need my skills to destroy these things. I can even use my bare hands to do so. As Izuku sees a couple more robots, as he does a high kick, destroying a 2-pointer, moves to a 1-pointer by basically grabbing it and slamming it to the ground. Soon switches to his bow staff, moves pretty quickly to a couple of 3-pointers and stabbing one of it with its bow staff, then slamming it onto the other one, and then knocking the other one onto its side before stabbing it beneath it, destroying them in the process, saying, this is way too easy. I'm having the time of my life. As he has a big dopey grin. Soon he sees a couple other participants struggling a little bit as he switches his subclass to the archer promoted class, being the gunner class. As soon he pulls out somewhat of a pistol and then shoots at the couple of robots where participants began struggling at the robots. As soon everyone began freaking out, saying, wait, was that a gun? Who has a gun? As everyone begins be feeling a little bit terrified. Soon, Izuku saying, seriously? You're going to be afraid of a gun when you know that maybe some participants would use guns? God, how stupid can these guys be? While putting his gun in his holster, he soon runs and switches from the gunner class to the dragoon class, and bringing out one of his spears as he screams out, Trident, come to me, as the spear looks in the form of a trident, as he jumps high into the air. As a couple people have noticed this, they can see a shadow looming over them as Izuku does a little bit of flips before coming down to one of the 3-pointers, and then landing over to a couple of 2-pointers who are in a circle. Soon screams out, skill, rapid spin, before slicing all the 2-pointers who were in the circle into like nothing but paper. As he jumps out and they begin to explode too, with with Izuku smiling quite a bit, as everybody noticed Izuku in his dragoon outfit, as they think, wait, is this the guy that had the gun? Is saying, no way, there's no way that could be him. With Izuku saying, you all don't have time to be complaining and basically screaming out how many points you got. You got to destroy as many as you can. Stop bragging about it. With that, in a pissed off mood, he soon jumps into the air once more, as everyone soon says, we can't let somebody like that outshine us. Let's keep on going. As all the other teachers in the monitoring room soon see the participants, as a couple of them were interested within Izuku, as he's still in the air, as Midnight begins saying, looks like this year we have quite a bit of amazing students this year, especially the one with the dragon-like outfit. After all, I didn't expect a quirk like that allows him to change his appearance. As soon Ectoplasm says, quirks nowadays have been evolving to certain degrees now. It wouldn't be surprising to see a quirk that can change a person's appearance, besides it just being a transformation quirk. But their outfit as well, interesting in a way. As soon Principal Ness is saying, but still, there are still some things that have their limits. But let's see which ones will react in the face of danger. As soon, All Might soon presses a button. With Izuku still in the air, you can notice something coming towards the gate, towards everyone, as he realized, wait, what the hell is that? As he jumps as high as he can to multiple buildings, as he realized, oh shit, as he sees that it's the 0-pointer, saying, you gotta be kidding me, it's that massive? It's bigger than almost half of all the buildings here. Soon, everyone else began to notice the 0-pointer and began running away like crazy. As Izuku also noticed that a couple people were also still destroying many other villain robots too, thinking that they can rack up points while other people are running away. With Izuku planning to do the same thing before he begins hearing a voice, as a girl began calling out in help, as Izuku saying, a normal hero would just run away from a villain that they can't take down. That's only natural, when especially they have their limits. As Izuku saying, but it's a good thing I have my limits, and this ain't surpassing them. As soon, Izuku began jumping from building to building, as he realized that I need to deal one fatal blow onto that thing, at least just one attack. I only need one shot at this. So, as soon, he switches to his main class, being War Monk, and realized that he was in a good position where he can jump on to the 0-pointer. As soon, his MP has began to feel maxed out again, as thinking, all right, let's do this. As he soon jumps into the air. With a couple people notice this, even Ida noticed this, as Izuku saying, a hero's job is to save everyone, even at the cost of their life. After all, you can't become a hero if you're afraid to die, after all. As he has a big, goofy smile on his face, as he screams out, ultimate skill, give my fist. Give me the strength that would even put down even a god. Divine Fury! As soon, Izuku began landing onto the 0-pointer and punched it down to the ground. While soon going down through the 0-pointer, he began punching and kicking all within it before it began to explode as fire erupted from the 0-pointer. As everyone saw this, everyone noticed this. Even Ida was shocked and surprised, saying, why? Why would he do this? He wanted to save her, but even at the cost of his life. what was the point of making it to UA if you were just going to kill yourself? As Uraraka saying, I guess this is my fault. As she soon was about to cry tears as soon Izuku saying, nah, this ain't your fault. I would have done it for anybody who was in trouble. As soon his bare hands began coming out of the rubble of the zero pointer as he rips right through it and comes out of the flames. As she soon says, wait, how are you? Not gonna lie, I was almost a goner, but good thing I cured myself from the fire after all. As soon he removed the debris off of Uraraka with just one hand, as he asks, so, tell me, you okay? Saying, yeah, I'm fine, but I think I have a sprained ankle. Saying, a sprain? That's all? Huh, shouldn't be too hard for me. As he soon he switches out his subclass being Dragoon to White Mage, as he soon says, first aid, as a green healing light begins coming over Uraraka's legs, as saying, I don't feel the pain anymore. As he tells her, don't move around too much though. I was only able to nullify the pain and heal the bruise, but I think you should still try and get it looked at. My first aid does have its limits after all. Since I barely play any skills in my White Mage class after all. After saying this in quiet, as soon Izuku saying, what, would you mind if I carry you? As she began blushing, as saying, sure, I don't mind. As saying, okay. As he soon grabs her by her legs and by her back and says, are you sure you should carry me like this? Well, it's better than you being carried on my back, mostly because you won't have to feel your leg getting hurt by this. As saying, but it's kind of embarrassing. Saying, I can understand that. Just bear through it a little bit. As everyone sees Izuku carrying her, as soon Recovery Girl sees this, saying, well, you don't see this every day. Saying, she had a sprained ankle. I took care of it, but she might need to get it looked at just in case if it's not too bad. She's saying, oh, let me see. And she's saying, it's not too bad. It looks like it's all completely healed, but I still might need to still look at it though, see if there's any fractures whatsoever. As he's saying, good. He soon gets out of his White Mage clothes, as he says, White Mage deactivate. As he soon gets back in his regular practice clothes, with him saying, well, I'm gonna head back home. Catch you all later. I hope some of you got into UA. As soon he's now back home, with realizing that his fan club must have left, as he's hoping that they left because it'd be weird seeing a couple of girls who would wait almost a couple of hours for somebody to, well, prepare for to work on an exam after all, which could take almost an entire day given some exams. As he soon leaves UA, as he soon hears somebody says, wait! As he looks back, it's the same brunette girl is saying, why did you save me? You could have gotten more points. Saying, you want me to be honest? Saying, yeah, I mean, they said that they would have stepped in if anything got crazy after all. Is saying, well, even so, I would have still stepped in. A hero's job is to save everybody, no matter what. You can't just do nothing. That's not the kind of person I am after all. After saying this, saying, can I ask for your name? As he says, sure, call me Izuku Midoriya. What's your name? As saying, I'm Ochaka Uraraka. Saying, Uraraka. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hope that you got into UA as well. As he soon waves back while still walking forward. saying, I hope you too as well. I want to know more about you, Izuku. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Also, if you wanted to, well, suggest what ifs to me besides just going down the comment section below, come to my Discord where I would actually give some opinions about your what ifs and see if I would do them in the future. And I'll leave a link to the Discord below. Also, check me out on my gaming channel where I would be playing, or I'd be live streaming, playing some games where you guys can see me play them, relax, and have a little bit of fun. Also, like and subscribe, which really helps out the channel a lot. At any rate, this is Leon Mooky, signing out. Later.